Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
MHJ, and I put two deals. I put MHJ and Devontae Smith, or Devontae Smith and who the fuck is my other starting receiver? I forget. I offered him my other starting receiver. It just wasn't Amon Ra. But
Yeah.
and he was like crackhead. They seen the crackhead. And then I started seeing the trades coming through. I'm like,
Man,
I'm offering starters, bro. Y'all offering
Hey,
me.
he want so he want. It is what it is. He want 2-for-1s, bro. I'm telling him like ain't nobody doing. I mean, unless it's like for that good deal. Like ain't nobody giving you no like. He wanted me to give Austin Eckler. I mean, he wanted to give me Austin Eckler and some other stuff for Amara and something else. Nah, bro, I'm good. You know, I'm very good on that. I'm not giving you peanuts for what I got. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? Even with Myers, man, I know a lot of y'all might have looked at it and been like, "Dang, bro, you gave up a whole lot for Kamara," and maybe I did, but I just was looking at it in the sense I'm already 5-1. This is the time that I'm trying to gear up for a playoff run. So whatever blowback, pushback that anybody feel, I
I
want to
didn't even
embrace.
think you
Please
gave
tell
up.
me.
I wasn't even necessarily talking about. I wasn't even thinking about it. That's why I didn't do a lot. That's why I really didn't comment on it. I didn't think your compensation is what you gave up. I thought it was timing. If I would have, I thought it was timing. I think you would have got him like a. I think if you'd have made that deal 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3 weeks ago, that probably looked real sweet. I don't know. I just don't know. It's about because now it's all on Kamara without a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now
But
it's like,
I went for the gusto on him to be honest with you because I was like, dang, Derek Carr already said he coming back. What? Not this game, but I think next game he already coming back. He's throwing. Actually, he's throwing today in practice. He coming back. You still got Olave. Obviously, Rashid Shaheed is hurt. I mean, they still gonna have a passing game. Tyson Hill coming back, so they getting healthy. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, just like man, that's Kamara, bro. Like he is. Can't sit here and act like he's not the number one running back right now in fantasy football. And then Derrick Henry right behind him. So I'm just looking at it like I made even if it's my last trade this season, bro. I made my last trade getting the number one running back right now. I'm already 5-1, so I'm just trying to get straight for the playoffs and make that run.
that's why I feel like you didn't give up enough, honestly, to get the number one running back. That's how I looked at the trade. I really looked like that was you got a deal. Like you literally got the number one running back for the wide receiver like 23, wide receiver like 30 something, and then it was like a running back 27 or something. I'm like,
Yeah,
man,
bits of 25. Yeah,
I get we big on names like the Sun God and this, that, and the third, but also we gotta look at the stats. Like if they're not producing, I don't care about his name. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's like I feel like
facts.
that was another trade that I feel like, hey, look, hey man, it went your way, but it's like how am I the only one that see this? Like you know what I mean? It's like
Nah, I
not saying
look,
hold
and I
on, let me
be in it, bro.
hold on. Hold on, let
But
me. Like, I'm not saying nothing funny is happening. I
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
saying
yeah,
nothing funny. I'm just saying, like in general, like how nobody don't see the numbers. They see the names and be like, "Oh, that's all right. That's all right."
Facts.
Instead of actually looking at the numbers, like, "Hey, man, hold on. Yeah, if this was last year, this would have been one of them trades where it's like, all right, okay, maybe
yeah.
Kamish gave up a little bit too much, but this year, no, it's not like that. It's not like that."
Nah, I definitely agree with that, bro. And I would, I'm always on Twitter, man. I be seeing you out there too, Keys, bro. But I'm always on Twitter, man. I love looking at fantasy football stuff, and I just like looking at different comments and stuff. And people, a lot put it like this: some trades that I've seen in other leagues, bro, around the world. There's a lot of people that's, you know what I'm saying, getting compensated BS. But it's only for namesakes, though. They not even. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really think they're looking at their team in a whole to be like, hey, I really need this player right here because I know, hey, this player got a bye coming up, or I got multiple buys coming up in this position. I need these players. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People they just traded names for names. Like I learned my lesson in doing that a long time ago, bro. There's a reason why you're a champion, Revenge. There's a reason why those two championships were bad news. I at some point you got to look at the people who's already won and try to take some of their formula to be like, okay, this is what it is. You told
That's
me a
why.
long time ago, bro. You was like, Amon-Ra St. Brown, even though he's more of a PPR wide receiver, he still produced
Hmm.
points. He produced points
Hmm.
for you last year. You had him and make your championship run. But
Oh yeah.
what else can I get for him that I probably really need, man? Cooper Cup coming back. Got Garrett Wilson. If I could just, you know what I'm saying, maneuver and find one of those solid wide receivers, like I think I got in Christian Watson, if he stays healthy or whatnot, I could make a run.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Joe Mixon, he came out, and we'll talk about him later. You got him on your list, but Joe Mixon, you know that Joe Mixon. I'd have had him 2 years in a row, and he let me down 2 years in a row, bro. Not this year. Not this year, man. But yes, sir, man. Welcome back to another fun-filled episode. You already know how we do, the
Yes,
NPR
sir.
Fantasy Football Crew, bro. Yes, sir. I'm your commissioner and your host, Commissioner Bo. Stay dangerous. Pop out the show, ninjas. Big Cup is not with us, man. Hopefully he be on later on tonight, or tomorrow morning, man, so we can get some things going on. We got DJ Cool. Cool, what's good? My guy, the Midwest Monster.
Me. What it
Yeah,
do?
yeah. What's good, broski? What's good? And last but not least, man, happy birthday to my broski, man, all around the world, man. I just want to tell him happy birthday, man. Enjoy your weekend, your month, the rest of the year. Marquise, what's good, my guy, the reigning champ?
Yeah, yeah. Appreciate it, gang. You know, we chilling.
We chilling. You know how we do,
We
y'all.
chilling.
We chilling, man. We got some fun filled things going on this afternoon, man. It's dope to be on this Saturday for real, man. Beautiful day outside or what have you. Hey, we got some two big matchups going on later on this week on Monday night, as you guys can see right here. We got a lot of big matchups tomorrow, including we got another London game. I know the Jaguars probably like, dang man, I'm tired of playing in London. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotta be tired of playing in London, but they play the Patriots tomorrow in London, so that should be a good one right there, man. And other than that, you know, we got a lot of good primetime game. Anything y'all looking forward to seeing tomorrow, as far as games or whatnot? I know mine's is Detroit versus Minnesota. And y'all got any games y'all looking forward to seeing?
Detroit, Minnesota, and Kansas City, Buffalo.
Ooh, I forgot all about that. Should be a good one, definitely. Cool. You got any games?
He took man.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Buffalo, and I was also gonna say, man, if you know, like we all know, them NFL dudes don't mind. They don't mind being overseas a little bit longer.
No,
Hmm.
They
not
got
at all.
back weeks over there in London. They say it be going down in London.
Yeah, I believe it too. I
London
definitely.
Bridge is falling down over there. Them NFL dudes having a good time over there, man. They ain't worried about coming back home, especially if you
Yeah,
lose. Shit, what's the point there? You ain't
yeah.
no
Well, I
supposed to be
mean,
back
right.
in Jacksonville if you lose.
Definitely. Hey, yo, it's going down, man. It's funny, man, because me and we've been joking all week, going back and forth, man. Me and Revenge, man. Now, Standard Chat, bro, we got a big matchup tomorrow. Both
Yes,
5-1
sir.
teams and Standard. Ooh, we
Ooh.
a very big one, man. I'm already behind the eight ball, man. Camaro went to bed Thursday night for me, and it's crazy because
Yes.
I wasn't even gonna play him, bro. I was at work at the time. I was like, man, I don't know, bro. I think I'm gonna either do Tank Bixby or I'm gonna do Brian Robinson. Then when Brian Robinson, they was like, here, game time decision. I was like, man, let me go ahead and play up Kamara in just in case. But I knew he was gonna struggle against that Denver defense.
Hmm.
I knew it, man. So that's just what it is. Big matchups all the way around the board for our league, man. Especially in PPR. Cool, man. You said something interesting in the chat, man, earlier, bro. You was like, PPR, you coming forward, man. I'm looking at your team right now, man. How you feel as far as your squad, bro? I mean, you right there. You right in the midst, 4-2.
Yeah, I kind of felt this way even going back to the draft. If you go back and look at our show right after the draft, I said, "No, I feel great about this team, and I feel better about it now." My only problem is Dakota. Is
Whew.
if I didn't have a Dakota problem, I might be undefeated. So I mean, but other than that, I feel secure in every part of this team, man. J.K. Dobbins is having a resurgence. Derrick Henry is King
Getting
Henry
busy. He's
King
getting
Henry
busy.
once again. Debo been up and down, but Debo always up and down. You just need him. You just need him in there for the big games when he getting the rushing attacks and he catching them touchdowns.
Yeah.
Uh, I think I bet right on Lad McConkey. Not a lot of people. I didn't feel like a whole lot of people was all that high on him coming into the draft. And, you know, it's even been some downfalls. I haven't had Njoku most of the year. I'm hoping he
Hmm.
get back to
Mhm.
himself. I just
Yep.
traded for Wandale Robinson and Jalen Tolbert. So no, I feel great in PPR, man. Standard is it's an uphill battle, but I'm not I ain't throwing in the towel yet.
Nah, I feel that. Even your team, man, sweet revenge season, bro. Denver put up them 21 points, man. And
Yes, sir.
who would have known Javante Williams to have a breakout game like he did, bro? Like, I mean,
Yes.
did anybody start him in
No,
the draft?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, they didn't. I actually seen a stat, man. They said it was 2.4% of people started him across. I'm talking about all fantasy platforms, not just ESPN. All fantasy platforms, man.
I think
So
I
And
think Revenge get the most credit for what he said pre-draft about Chuba. Chuba and Chuba been his RB1 man, and
yeah,
I give you a lot of credit for that. I like Chuba too. I mean, it wasn't like
I do too.
not not like nobody was down on him, but I think that where you took him at and how he has performed for your team, that was a golden pick, and I like the fact that you called that shit. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Yeah, and even with Brooks coming back, man, like I mean, they ain't gonna just throw him to the wolves. You still got to get NFL game ready. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? So that could take weeks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he young. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna sit here and act like it's gonna take the remainder of the season, but man, you can't just come in and just that. That's another question that I got to ask you guys later on, man, because as I'm talking about Brooks, man, and inserting. I feel some type of way even about Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, man. I just don't know. But man, before we go into anything else, man, Marquise, you ready to get these studs and duds, bro? Like this is what I've
yes,
been waiting
sir.
on right here, man. Then you guys know we
Yes,
gotta get
sir.
an old following. Yes, sir, man. So studs and duds, man. Like this is one of our babies right here, man. And let's get it. Let's get it going. Yes,
I
sir.
rock
Yes,
with that.
sir. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. What you want to start with? Your studs, or your duds, broski.
Oh, we're gonna do the studs first.
Let's pull the studs up. Ooh, hell of a ones right here, man. Sheesh.
Yes, sir. And that
Hey,
quarterback, we're gonna go Caleb. I went Caleb Williams. I mean, the studs, I'm not going based off who scored the most points throughout the week. I'm just going with somebody that just, hey, they stepped up and most likely because of this player, your team most likely got a win. Or, it helped your team get the win.
Yeah.
So with the quarterback, I'm going with Caleb Williams. It was another 20 plus point showing. I think he threw for 226 yards and 4 touchdowns. He rushed for another 50 some yards. So it's like, no, he had himself a day. He had himself a
He
day.
definitely put himself back in the rookie of the year conversation.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Definitely.
yes, sir. It's a two horse race because
Yeah.
I don't know about neighbors right now. And then if Brian Thomas Jr. he made some more plays or however that may go, it could be a 3 horse race. But right now it's Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams,
Yeah.
and Jaden Daniels is in the lead to me. That's just my opinion. At running back, I'm gonna go ahead and say Joe Mixon. Hey, had another phenomenal game, fresh off an injury, so he
Yep.
ain't played in I think like 3-4 games,
Hmm.
and man, he looked good. I mean, like you said, you said Mixon let you down a few years in a row, but hey, when he going, he
Yeah,
going.
he
Hey,
going. He
yeah.
definitely going.
And that wide receiver, we got the bad man himself, AJ Brown. Even though it was a weird game for Jalen Hurts, my quarterback. AJ Brown, he had an all right game, and I think a lot of his yards actually came on. Like I think it was like one play, it was like a long pass play or something. But
Hmm.
either way, he's back from injury.
Yeah.
The target's going to pick back up because Goddard's out, so him and Devontae. So that's a lot of targets that's going to be out there. So we'll see how that goes. And then
Facts.
at tight end, which is a wasteland. My goodness, tight end is horrible this year. George Kittle, who's also I think was the second highest scoring tight end of the week. I think Komet had the first, but
Yeah. Both of that
he
two tutties.
yeah, Kittle had a great game this past Sunday in Week 6, and yeah, hey man, right now he looking like tight end one to me. I mean, Tucker Craft, we talk about him later, but yeah. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Hey, I agree with all of these studs right here, man. Big time, man. Cool. You got anything on these players, man? Like I can't see nothing wrong with this at all. Big
Nothing
time.
wrong at all, man. Caleb Williams, as you know, a lot of people after the first couple weeks, they was jumping off ship. Everybody was obviously asking those, was Jaden Daniels the better pick over Caleb? And then I'm looking in his fantasy, 12 in week 3,
Hmm.
23 in week 5, 26 last week.
Hmm.
It's starting to
Yeah,
show. It's starting to show fruition on what everybody else, what everybody thought they was getting with the number one pick. So, I'm loving this list, man. Joe Mixon, as I've always been a fan. I've always been a fan. This is I'm obviously haven't been as tenured with this with um fantasy as long as y'all have. So, uh, but I've always been a Joe Mixon fan. AJ
yeah,
Brown,
me too.
stud, and Kittle's one of those guys, just like I was just talking about with Debo. Him and Debo kind of the same. You gotta have them in your lineup because they're gonna have a big game at some point, and they just good players. Like Kittle,
Yeah, definitely.
just a really great player. You know what I'm saying? He just know how to play football. So I love this.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, man. Let's move on to the studs, studs and duds. Ah, Dakota.
Ooh,
Cool's
Dakota,
guy.
my goodness. 5.2 standard points. My goodness. That Dakota. You don't even get a nickname no more. Dakota, my
The picture
good.
speaks for itself, man.
Yes, man. My goodness. What is going on? The
Mm, mm,
Cowboys
mm.
is just the Cowboys gonna do what the Cowboys gonna do. I tell you what.
Stealing
James
money.
Conner had another man, that was a terrible game. I hate it if you started him. Terrible
Yeah,
game. Mike Evans wasn't at his best, even though that was a rough game, I think, for the offense as a whole. But now Chris Godwin had a good week. No, so I don't know. Maybe it could still be the injury. I don't know. But and then Tucker Craft.
man.
Need I say more? As man, I just feel like he just one of them boom games, one of them random boom games like Taysom Hill put up. I just feel like that's what we're gonna constantly get from Tucker Craft. But hey, look, who am I? It's easy to be tight end one this year when everybody sucks. It's like everybody is just. I don't know what's wrong with the tight end position this year.
I
Like
don't know, bro.
nobody is like. Hopefully it just starts picking up. Maybe it just started out slow and it's just gonna pick up at
Yeah,
this point.
I,
My
I,
goodness.
I just don't know, man. I'm gonna give my two cents on these studs, like Cool did on these duds, man. Dak Prescott stealing money, man. I mean, if Jared could get it back, I'm pretty sure he would want his money back right now. Stealing money. It is what it is, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I would have went another route and paid other players, man, and then took my chances at another quarterback. I mean, I've been saying it for a while, bro. I mean that. Maybe if he goes somewhere else, man, he might be that quarterback. I mean, you look at somebody like a Sam Darnold, man. Like he done been pretty much. I ain't gonna say on every team, but he done made his journey a little teeny bit. But he's with Minnesota now. He's come alive. So I just feel like Dak and the Dallas Cowboys, man, that's a horrible marriage. James Conner, yeah, tough sledding, man. I don't know if it's the Cardinals not being able to move the ball like they want to, man, with injuries, or Kyler Murray just wanting to run, or what's going on. Mike Evans, that hamstring injury, he is playing Monday night. If you guys got him, plug him and play him. But Chris Godwin, man, it's his season. This is the number one to me personally, man. He's the number one wide receiver in Bucks Nation right now. I'm sorry, I'm not. I know what Mike Evans do, and I know what he does, but Chris Godwin is that guy right now. So, as far as Tucker Craft, man, it's funny that he's on this list, man, because I told one of our peers, one of our mates, fantasy mates, man, that have Tucker Craft, and you guys can go look him up if y'all want to. Mr. Valia himself that said that what he could have did with Tucker Craft in one of my trades over Kelsey, but I told him Tucker Craft is not that guy, bro. He's not that guy. Jordan Love looking for them receivers. He ain't looking for Tucker Craft at all. And they got to run the ball with Josh Jacobs too. He's not looking for him. Not at all, bro. So yeah, man. That's the studs and duds. Anybody got anything else before we close out this segment?
You all I'm gonna say is he said 5.1 in standard. Hell, I would have took that in PPR because he had negative one. He had -1 in PPR.
God, dog.
and I lost my matchup by 7 points. So
By
all
7
he had to
points.
do, was give me at 7 or 8 points, and I still would have won. so yeah, great job, Dakota.
That's a tough one.
60
That's
million
just
a year.
Hey,
60
hey,
million.
oh, hey,
That's a heist right there, baby.
hey, man. Oh, fun fact too for our standard league.
let's get it.
There's only two teams that haven't given up 100 points or had 100 points scored on them. That's me and Why So Serious, Tim Perry.
Yep. It might be happening tomorrow, man. I don't know.
It ain't happening. Hey, look, man, listen. It's my weekend, so you might as well just go ahead and start looking for the later on match on. Just
That's
go ahead
what
and
it
look up
is.
some. Yeah, look forward to that one. Look forward to that one. I'm trying
Hey,
to tell you.
speaking of, man, I know you got them in your lineup too, man. That's why I love our show, man, and how we do it for real, man. Seahawks downgraded Kenneth Walker the third, man, to questionable due to an illness. So anybody got him or whatnot, and I know you do.
I got him in
You already,
PPR.
yeah, you already know what to do. You guys already know what to do. So be on the lookout for that. Hey, yeah, it's gonna be a fun field tomorrow, man, because this is what it nitty gritty it gets down to it, man. And I'm talking about not even just our matchup. I'm just talking about other people matchup, bro. Like in our
Hmm.
league, this, like they said, like my guy said on NFL Red Zone, man. This is like the witching hour, like for real. Like you got to take control of your destiny right here,
Yes, sir.
like right here, because once the trade deadline come before those couple of weeks before playoffs start, hey, if you ain't got it right by now, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro, at all. Because it's gonna be if you got a good record, it's gonna be hard to pluck off waivers.
Yeah, but I realized too. You just got to be. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna give out some sauce when I realized as being one of them teams that's winning a lot early on. You can't look forward to waivers as soon as waivers start. You have your waivers literally start probably after
Hmm.
the Thursday night game.
Hmm.
Friday, probably Friday night. That's when you should start looking at waivers. That's when you're gonna start finding a lot of hidden gems. And as a champ now, and instead of being the one that's hunting and being the one, and now I'm being hunted, it's different. But also I'm learning the game. That's why I'm not even stressing my teams. Like my teams is 5-1 for a reason. It's not
Hmm.
all luck. You know what I mean? So it's like I have the best record overall through both leagues at 10-2, 5-1 in both leagues. There's a reason that's happening. That's
There's a
that's
reason.
not no. You know what I mean? There's no accident that's happening. So at the end of the day, I realize there's a lot of other ways you got to go about it. I mean, you don't have to rush the waivers as soon as it drops. Just throwing that out there,
No,
just
it's
for
true.
some of the
It's true
teams,
story, bro. Look, I grabbed Christian Watson 30 minutes before game time last week because I
and
was
I
stressing
dropped
on
them.
you, and you dropped them, and
Yeah, and he stayed on waivers for a minute. For a
yep.
minute.
Being patient, man. Just being patient, man. And I can see that even the growth in Cool's teams, man. Like I really can see, like, man, we got. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not just saying this like as a cliche, man. I just feel like we got one of the best leagues around
Yes.
right now, man. And I'm talking about far as competitive wise, like just the competitive nature, man. Because everybody, any given Sunday, man, like you can have one of these low teams to blow your ass out the water. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy you said that because in PPR, my first loss and only loss was to Bam Bam, which was week 1. I
And look at
haven't
his
lost.
team
I haven't lost since. He beat me and hasn't won since. Like
since.
what?
Yep.
I gave Pity Pat his first win in standard. That's when I knew it was kind of
Yeah, it's crazy, bro, and he hasn't
Yeah,
won since. Look,
and
even
won
last week,
since.
bro, you was looking on Tyler Bass, man, could have outkicked your team cool to beat you, and he was missing them left and right. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
it's small things like that, man, that you overlook, or some people overlook. Man, shoot, that stuff matters, man. It definitely matters for real, man. Definitely
That's
matters,
why
man.
if I'm winning, if I'm like my opponent, say all my opponent players have already played, and I got like a team that's playing, or say my defense is playing Monday night, and I'm up by like 15, I'm still gonna play my defense because
Hmm.
them points at the end of the season matter.
It
When
matters.
I see people taking their certain players out the lineup, oh, I don't want him to get no negative.
Yeah,
Do you, player?
it
That,
matters.
that yeah. At the end of the year, when my point total is higher than yours, and you wonder how do you get in the playoffs over me? Hey, I took that matchup seriously and kept my players in.
Hmm. Definitely matter, man. Yeah, yeah. Hey, cool. Let's get into this glitter and gold if you are ready, my sir.
Zer.
Let's get it.
Everything they glitters ain't good. I'm holding on to what's left of my soul. Either way it go, I'm sticking to the core. This game was free to me, so this game so. I keep it.
That's my shit right there. I keep it hood with the hood. Let's
Yeah.
go. Glitter and go.
You man, what's up, y'all? So check it out. We got we in the thick of it, as we was just discussing, man. Week 7 of the year, man. Starting to get into the thick of things, and for you fantasy managers out there, trade deadline approaching next month. So I kind of took the approach for this segment of Glitter and Gold, and I do this a couple more times before the deadline. But I'm
Yeah.
kind of starting to look ahead. Most of these names on this list, I don't have no superstars on the list. I'm trying to look ahead, trying to forecast for our fantasy managers and everybody that follows the show, watch the show, trying to see how we can look into the future with some of these names and how they've been performing in the last couple of weeks. Should I trade for them, or do I? If I have them, should I move them? Those type of things. Y'all give me quick little feedbacks after this. We don't have to keep it too long, but y'all know how it go. Glitter
Yes,
and
sir.
Gold.
Right.
What's up?
Yes,
So
sir.
first on the list, I got Tank Bigsby. Controversial,
Bixby.
controversial trade in our league couple little while back, maybe a little over a week ago. We'll get to that later, but Bigsby, 27% of the snaps this past week's on 7 carries, 24 yards. After ETN got injured, that's what didn't look good. However, among 61 backs, he ranks first in explosive run rate, 7th in missed tackle rate, and also first in yards after contact. So we got a dude that's first in explosive run rate, which means he's breaking off big runs at a more rapid pace than anybody in the league currently, and he's also breaking a lot of tackles and getting yards after contact currently through week 7. Uh, the Patriots, who he's going up against this week, they've given up the 10th highest yards after yards after contact. So y'all tell me, coming up, not only in week 7, but looking forward as far as fantasy managers are concerned, how do y'all feel about Tank Bigsby? Glitter or Gold?
Mm. You want to go? You want to
And,
start?
and by the way, after you say Glitter or Gold, tell me, if you were an owner, would you move him? Would you trade him? What would you do in a fantasy sense as far as Tank Bigsby is concerned?
I say it's glitter. All because even though I'm a Tank Bisbee fan, don't get me wrong, but I say it's glitter for just right now because they still like ETN. They're fully behind him. That's who they expect to be their starting running back. Now, that doesn't mean they don't like Bigsby, but yeah, this more glitter. Like him in terms of what you saw the other night. Yeah, you don't expect that every single week, or that you may get a couple boom weeks here and there. But yeah, if I'm a manager of Tank Bisbee, yeah, I'm gonna try to move him for as much as I can get. Yeah, if somebody gonna fall for it, hey, let me get that.
Let me get that. Hey,
What Denzel tell Jamie Foxx? I'm leaving here with something. Yeah.
I'm I'm going. I'm definitely going glitter on this. I'm looking at the schedule right now. I mean, I don't want to say it's too soft. I don't want to say it's too hard. Pause. Looking at you got New England, obviously cool. Just mentioned the what I'm saying, the run defense with Green Bay can stop the run a little bit. Philadelphia, Minnesota, then Detroit. Obviously the Jaguars offense is not clicking how it's supposed to be clicking right now for me to give them gold. Even if ETN, man, you know what I'm saying, he week to week right now, and with that hamstring injury, so Bixby is in a good spot. I actually have him on my bench in standard. I'm not trading him right now just because he just in case he turned into gold. You know what I'm saying? There's just another plug and play running back in case somebody get hurt or one of the bad weeks come up. But I'm going with you, Marquise. I'm going glitter on him. Just for right now, I got to see a little bit more, even though he produced last week.
I'll go ahead and go against the grain on this one, man. Explosive run rate, run after contact. I looked at that run after contact the same way we look at yards after contact for receivers, man.
Mhm.
That's where big plays come out. And as far as fantasy is concerned, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the points, and he's producing in that category right now. So if I'm a fantasy manager, now what I'm saying is, do I want him to be my RB1? No.
No.
Um, but if I'm having an injury, I'll just take my team and if I just take my team for example in Stanford, I had Devin Singletary, who I always kind of thought was RB2 or flex position.
Mhm.
If I could move him for Tank Bigsby, I would do that because he's getting the explosive runs and he's gonna accumulate more points and he's got probably a better chance at touchdowns based on based on and how he's performing right now as far as his run rate. So I'm gonna go gold on this one as far as fantasy owners are concerned. Jacksonville in real life, the football version, no, but
Yeah.
and like Marquise said, they still high on ETN. I don't know how long that's gonna last though, because Bigsby is obviously the younger guy. You know how we disrespect running backs in the
You know
Very,
it.
yeah, very much so.
Not for long.
NFL. My next player on this list, a gentleman who's actually on Marquise's revenge season. He actually on his PPR team. I'm talking about Evan Ingram, tight end, another Jacksonville Jaguar. Sorry, Jaguars. After he missed over a month, he he secured all 10 targets in his
Hmm.
last game for 100 yards. I like that off the top. Um, Also, I had to also look this up. I knew he had a big year last year. I knew that he, as far as just numbers wise, I knew he had a big year. But I got to remind you, fantasy owners out there, this man last year, the second most, he caught 114 passes last year. That's the second most by a tight end in NFL history. So if we're looking forward into the future before the trade deadline, fantasy managers out there, the tight end position has been up and down all year. And you're talking about a guy who secured all 10 targets after being hurt for over a month. Gentlemen,
Hmm.
what do y'all see moving forward for yet another Jacksonville Jaguar, Evan Ingram? Where do go?
I'll start with this one, man. Let you start. Just like Marquise has him on PPR, I got him in standard. I picked him up when I figured. I picked him up a few weeks ago when I figured, shit, Kelsey, man, what's going on? What I mean, all the tight ends, what's really going on? And he sat on my IR spot for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Until he came back. Like you said, cool, man. I'm going gold, gold, gold on this one, bro. That's Evan Ingram, man. Even when he was with the Giants, bro, like he's a ball hole. He's going to catch that ball. Last season, he led the league in, you know what I'm saying, those catches, those targets. And if Trevor Lawrence is going to throw it to somebody, he's going to throw it to Evan Ingram. That's his scapegoat. So, yeah, short and sweet. Gold on Evan Ingram.
Uh, I got him in PPR, but I'm gonna say he go, but from afar it looks like glitter, just because the injuries is just it's in the way. Like it's like we see what he capable of, but it's just like, can we get that consistently without injuries getting in the way? So it's like I know he go, but it's like it's just got that appearance of glitter. That's the best way to put it. It's gold, but with the appearance of glitter.
Yeah. That's dope, and that's how I feel about Mitson, man. I mean, he's not on this list, but that's exactly what I feel about Mitson, man. Like, getting injured every year, man. I'm like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, going on him, man.
Yeah, I'm going gold on this one. Uh, like I said in my opening, man, tight end position is up and down. And if I
Hmm.
got a guy who I know the quarterback wants to throw him the ball. Him and Trevor Lawrence obviously got a connection. He wants to throw him the ball, and he's securing all of his targets. 10 for 10. It's hard to be better than that. So,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
I would now. What I will say, I would like it probably more in PPR. Because it looks like Brian Thomas is the go-to threat as far as who's going to probably him and Bigsby probably are. They look like the 1 and 1A. as far as who the offense is about to be centered around. Like I said, they going young. Uh, Looks like ETN might not be the focal point that he might once was, and you getting the ball over the top to Thomas. But Evan Ingram is he's solid, man. I just like what he brings.
Yeah.
And I didn't, like I said before the opening, I didn't realize just how big of a season he had last year. So,
Yeah.
um, moving forward, Jacksonville not the greatest team in the world, man, but fantasy managers out there, if you're looking for some, I would, like I said, I would probably go more in PPR because he's just gonna rack up the catches. Moving on, I'm gonna go to my brother Revenge Season's neck of the woods, man. I'm gonna go to one of these Carolina Panthers.
Ooh wee.
Xavier
Ooh
Leggett,
wee.
man. Started off dicey, didn't look too good opening up, but the last month with Andy Dalton, excuse me, he's been on the field 88% of the time. So basically, he doesn't leave the field in any of the passing downs, any other shotgun snaps. Right now, he is. Hold on, my bad. My screen is blank. All right, go back. He's getting 17% of the target share. Last 2 weeks, we got him at least in the top 35. Wide receiver 13 2 weeks ago. Wide receiver 33 this past week. He's going up against my brother Commission's Commander secondary. Been looking a little leaky lately. And as a
Running
matter of
water.
fact, that Commander secondary is giving up uh, the sixth highest catch rate against two receiver sets, uh, 53% actually. So basically, half of basically every time somebody lines up in those sets, half of the time they complete the ball. And like I said, since Andy Dalton came in, run rate and pass rate is up for the Carolina Panthers. So moving forward for fantasy managers, how do y'all feel about Xavier Leggett? Obviously, I got to start with my brother Marquise. This is his
Definitely.
You gonna put me on the spot? Oh my god. I'm gonna say or. I don't. It's too early to say. My gut, because this my guy. My gut want me to go gold, but also there's a piece of me who's like, hey man, it could be glitter too. We done had our fair instances of having a lot of, especially when that number 17, you know, at wide receiver. So it's like, but I'm gonna say offer now. I say I just need to see more. He's a great talent. He reminds me like Debo 2.0, but it's like I just want to see it. Just like the team. I mean, yeah, we got to win. Whatever. I want to see it. I got to see
Yeah.
it consistently before I be like, hey, look, this is this or is this. I don't want to say it's glitter now and then he rip off 6, 7 straight games where he giving you 15 plus points and it's like,
Yeah.
I gave up on him a little too soon. But then I don't want to say he go and then he don't get over 10 points for the rest of the season. You get what I mean? So it's like I want
Yeah.
to give him a chance to do something consistently. And then how about we revisit it? How about that?
Yeah.
We revisit it. Yeah.
I'm definitely
Hey, Commish, real quick
yeah,
before
go
you
ahead.
get it in about your Commanders. This is what I meant to say. I said it wrong the first time around. I was talking about two receiver sets. I read that wrong. He's only in for 40. That's only 32% of the time for the Carolina Panthers. What I meant to say was he struggles against. This is what the experts are saying. He struggles against too high safety. Obviously, everybody tries to take away the speed guys over the
Yeah.
top. Too high safety. He's only catching 19% of his targets in that time. And your Commanders play too high safety 53% of the time. That's
We
what I
got
mean.
to. We
53%.
definitely got to. I would sure we need to play more zone to be honest with you, but that's another story for another day. I'm going glitter on him. Like I said, tomorrow, yeah, he could very well have a hell of a day, or Deontay Johnson can, steal that glory. But I'm looking at the schedule also too, man. He got a tough sled coming up these weeks leading into the playoffs. But yeah, just like Marquis said, man, and that's his guy, man. I just gotta see a little bit more. Just a tad, a little bit more, man. There's guys out here now that's, what I'm saying, putting up those numbers on way better teams, but they're not, actually doing it week in and week out. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's somebody that I believe in, I do believe in. I love that wide receiver core down there in Panther Nation. I'm not going to sit here in front, man. I love the addition of Deontay Johnson, and you got a young jet like Leggett coming in, bit name. You know what I'm saying? He's a bit receiver. So. But I'm just looking at it like I give him give him glitter for right now, and like we said until otherwise, man, he could go on a tear. And Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton. He's playing hell of a ball because they're running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like Chuba Hubbard is running the ball. When you can run the ball, it opens up the pass. So
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta
I
salute
agree.
him.
I agree with y'all, man. This is glitter for me for fantasy managers moving forward. I do like the kid, but I just think that Deontay Johnson is better. He's the number one target as he should be, and Chuba Hubbard, and they haven't even gotten Jonathan Brooks involved yet. As far as moving into the future for fantasy managers, obviously
Yeah,
that does affect you right this moment, but that like Kamish just said, what they're doing best right now is they moving the sticks, moving the football. So I mean running the football. So yeah, I'm gonna say glitter on this one. My last one of the night, QB,
yeah,
Drizzy Drake May.
man.
Small, very, very, very small sample size. We only saw the gentleman last week. So that's why that I said beforehand we're doing a lot of forecasting on this segment. I'm trying to look into the future. This is the QB position. You know what I mean? You wanna you always wanna try and look ahead and see, hey, maybe it for you two quarterback leagues out there, that flex position in PPR. Do I want to have this guy? Is he going moving forward? Can he put points up for me? We only got one game to go off of, but 20 of 33 last week. We had 21 and a half fantasy points. Let me check that one. Hold on. Yeah, we actually we got 23 in PPR, 21 and a half in standard for Drake May. One week sample size. Gentlemen, just moving forward. This is strictly a guess, a foreshadow. You just looking into the future. What do y'all feel about this, man? The Patriots, obviously. I'll start off by saying this: the Patriots obviously are not in a great offensive position in a position to really perform at any offensive position. The offensive line is bad. Uh, Hunter Henry's cool. He performs well from time to time, but Mario Douglas seems like he's starting to come alive a little bit. Ramondre fumbles too much for me, and he
Yeah,
just it doesn't. It seemed like he kind of fell out of favor a little bit with the coaching staff. So um, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now I'm going glitter just because I don't like nothing around him. But uh, I would hate to be wrong on this one because this is the QB position, so he could just rack up, you
hmm
know. And this dude does move with his legs. For those of y'all that out there that may not have seen Drake May before at Carolina, I wasn't that high on him, but he does move the ball with his legs. He can move the sticks. He can move around. He's got a little bit of that Bo Nix, kind of put his head down and go get a 10, 15 yards, move the sticks. So maybe in PPR you might look into this in the future, but right now I just don't like nothing the offense around them. And if you ain't got a line, if you don't have an offensive line, that's the worst thing for a rookie quarterback. So
yeah,
glitter.
yeah. Um, I'm going. Hey, I'm going gold. I'm going gold on Drake May. If he wasn't UNC bred, I probably would have taken him out there if we wouldn't been able to get Jaden Daniels. The reason why I said that, we had Sam Howell. I really didn't want my Commanders to draft two Carolina quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying, back to back like that. But Drake May, man, like Cool said, if you guys didn't see him in pro days or the combine, he's 6'4". He run a 4.6. That's faster than I think that was Josh Allen a 4.7 and Pat Mahomes a 4.8. And we know Josh Allen can move. You know what I'm saying with that ball. So he puts me in mind of a big quarterback like that can move and he can throw a 100 mile an hour ball, baseball or football. I'm going gold with him, especially for the future. I'm not going to say right now. I'm saying for the future. If the Patriots tighten up and do what they're supposed to do and build what they need to build around him, man, I think we might have another Josh Allen. I mean, this prematurely speaking, I'm not putting him in that upper echelon saying he's Josh Allen yet, but I'm just saying that's a 6'4" quarterback that can run. He got wheels on him, and he got an arm, and so that's why I'm picking gold for him, man. They just got to put something around him.
I'm going gold too. Hey, look, I think he's gonna be I think he's gonna be all right once they put something like I said. Once they start putting pieces around him, get him a nice wide receiver out there, a certified wide receiver one. Man, hey, the sky's the limit for Drake May.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I think he goes.
yeah, definitely think he gold, man. Like, whew,
Offensive line, man, nothing worse, man, for a young quarterback because
facts.
they just gonna blitz the hell out of him. And I mean, like you said, he's a big, strong kid.
Hmm.
He can move around. I'm sure he's not just gonna sit back there and just take a bunch of punishment. He gonna break off a bunch of big plays. But I just hate to. I'll wait till he get a left tackle, and a right tackle, and somebody that can at least hold him up for a few seconds, and then we'll see what he got.
Yeah, definitely, man. Great takes, you guys, man. I'm talking about studs and duds. We got glitter and gold in, man. Once our co-commissioner Cut come back, you know we got to get the stats and cracks going. Look, before we get out of here, man, you already know what we do, man. Cool, bring it up today, and I was like, dang, I ain't even think about this game, bro. Let's get a quick rapid fire in before we close out.
Go hard or go home. Go hard or go home.
Or go home. Hey, quick rapid fire, fellas, man. This is a big time game right here. There's actually good games going on right now. Alabama and Tennessee, what have you. A lot of good games going on, man. 7:30 tonight, man. Georgia, number 5 versus number 1 Texas, man. Who do you? I'm just saying, who do you got? Who you picking?
I can't pick this game.
Look, and I was waiting for your
I
response.
was so waiting. I was like, damn. I was like, he finna pick it. Go ahead, pick Georgia real quick. Go ahead and go against your tide, bro.
SEC, man. I mean, come on, bro. You come on now. I was waiting for your response.
I
Y'all
actually,
ain't go. Hey, y'all ain't gonna get me like that.
hey,
you go,
I
go
go.
ahead.
I think
I hate that I'm gonna actually watch this game.
You got to. I mean, your
Yeah.
boys went down. You got to.
I hate that I'm gonna watch this game, man. We lost to Vanderbilt. You know how that was a bad week for me.
That was that
I was
was
still,
that was one of those games, man, when the stars would just line it up and they caught lightning in a bottle, bro. Like
man.
that's what that was. That's
But we
exactly what
we
it was.
we beating Tennessee right now, so I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah. Who you got, cool?
I actually, this for me was kind of contingent on whether Ewers or what Manning was gonna play.
Yeah.
If Arch Manning get in there, I actually would pick Texas.
He should be
Uh,
playing.
I I think if Arch Manning is playing, I think Texas might get this
Yeah.
because it's at Texas, and I just like what I've seen from Arch Manning, and I
Yeah.
just think what you saw last week. I don't know, we don't talk a whole lot of college on the podcast on here, but if you watch the Texas game from last week when I was looking at him, you could tell that Quinn Ewers was missing a whole bunch of wide open receivers
Yep.
he was thinking about Arch Manning on the sideline.
Yep.
He was thinking about, yo, I'm about to lose. I might lose my job if I miss this throw. And
It's coming. It's definitely coming, bro.
he's thinking that in the back of his head. Never mind the fact he was working on being a lottery pick. They was talking. I seen Mel Kiper had him in like the top like 15 of his draft. One of his mock drafts that he did.
Yeah.
So I think Ewers is pressing, man. And I just think Arch Manning better. Anybody with the last name Manning, bro, playing quarterback, dog.
And he can run.
You ain't got to convince me. A Manning that can run, dog.
And he
Dog.
can run.
We got wheels.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, bro. Quinn Ewers, you could be Quinn Obama. Man, a Manning with that can run is gotta. I'm going with him. So I
Yeah.
think if Manning plays, I go with Texas. I do think Georgia's the better team though.
Yeah, I'm going with Texas, man. Whether it's Euro or Manning playing, uh, they're at home. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be loud as on or what, man. That college environment is gonna be crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Georgia is number 5 for a reason, but I think this is gonna be one of those games Georgia is gonna lose. It's gonna bump Alabama right back up, and the rest is history, man. I know Marquise ain't gonna pick one of these, but I'm gonna pick one for him, man. I know he wants Texas to beat Georgia. I know he do. I know he do. So I'm picking up for him. For you, broski. Happy birthday. For you. I'm picking it for you. You ain't gotta pick it.
hey, nobody on this recording heard that. Hey,
You want Texas to beat Georgia. You gotta have them to beat Georgia, man. It's
I
only
don't
right.
like Texas either. I
I
don't
know
like
you
neither
don't.
one of them.
But for today's sake, you need Texas to beat Georgia. You definitely do, man. Hey, that's what it do, broski, man. Another fun filled show, man. You guys already know what it
Yes,
is, man.
sir.
Plug and play y'all guys tomorrow. League guys, man. We got the last. Well, I said this the last London game. But we got another London game on tomorrow. You got the Patriots and the Jaguars that's going on, and I'll be posting more of the international games. They even talking about, man. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll talk about it on another show. But talking about possibly hosting one of the Super Bowls international, I'm like, come on, man. Really think y'all probably pushing it and doing too much, but yeah, we'll discuss that on another show. But anybody got anything else for the fans, for the
I like
listeners?
that. I like that thought that you had earlier in the week, man, about that move to Atlanta next year, man.
Yeah,
That's definitely that's happening, bro. She's not playing at all. She's
Uh,
not playing at all. So she said 10th year, we gotta do something, bro. And I mean that's just what it is, man. And
I'm with that.
I'm gonna do what the lady at the house said, man. And she wanna put it together for us and we're gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
gotta find.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's gotta make that happen somehow.
Yeah,
So
definitely got to make it
that's
happen. So
so
once
lit.
she lock everything in, man, I'm definitely gonna have the deets out, man, because it'll give us, you know what I'm saying, a few years to prepare for that. You know,
Yes, sir.
that's $5-10 you can put in a shoebox every time you get paid, and you'll have your money right there. You know what I'm saying, just to get down there, man. Everything else will be paid for. So so definitely gonna do that, man. But yeah, if y'all guys ain't got nothing else, man, NFL kickoff early tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Got a slate full of good games, and Monday night, man. I guess don't work too hard Monday if you want to stay up and watch the doubleheader because they
And
come
get
on
y'all
late.
game picks in.
Yep, get your game picks in if you ain't
I
already got
missed
them.
all last week. What? Oh man.
I'm definitely gonna attach that to this pod right here, man. To get our stats up there. I totally forgot about it, but yeah, it's flipped. I've seen it. It's definitely flipped, man. I remember when I was at the bottom, and I think I'm number 2 right now. So yeah, man, it's
Hey, who number one, Commissioner?
that's you. I've seen it. That's
Only
you.
because I missed the whole week. I missed the whole week. That's why. That's
Mm,
boy, that hurt. But I'm gonna
Oh
mm.
catch up.
yeah,
I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get it back.
yeah. There's a lot of games you'll be able to get it back. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it back.
But yeah, that trade deadline for us, man, is right after Thanksgiving. So yeah, man, make sure y'all shake and bake and make it do what it do. Build your team up. This is the time to do it, man. Especially the guys that's already pushing towards the playoffs. It's still early. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying. But the guys that's pushing towards, and even if you're in the middle of the pack, you gotta shake and bake and get your team right. You know. And I feel sorry for the players or the teams that's sitting at 1-5 right now. That's not good. It's not looking good for you. It's not
I
looking
just
good.
all you gotta do is get 8 wins and you win.
And you win, and it can happen. It definitely can happen, man. I can sit here and speak for myself, bro. I think it was it last year. I started 1-4, 1-4-2. I had 2 ties, and I
Hmm.
ended 8-4-2. So and made it to the playoffs. So it
Woo.
definitely can happen. Yeah, eight.
That's what I need right now.
Yeah, it can happen though. You just get on that little mini run, and then that's all she wrote. And then the teams that need to start falling, they're gonna start falling off, and injuries gonna happen anyway. So just
But it won't be me. Get used to me being at the top of both leagues and going. I tell you, I'm running the table.
hey,
It's going.
I'm at the top right now, baby. You got to take that from me in standard.
Hey, that's coming. That's
You
coming.
got
And
to take that
standard. Oh,
from me.
I ain't worried about standard. I tell you this about me. I'm, hey, I'm ready, man. Hey, look, hey, I think this year I'm gonna break another barrier this year, like I did last year. I'm gonna break another barrier this year where it's like I'm gonna be the first team to run the table. Watch what I tell you.
Mm,
Watch what I
mm,
tell you. First thing,
mm.
I'm already headed in the right direction, and all I've been doing is just smartly plugging and playing, just
That's it.
trusting my process, and my process has got me off to a good start.
That's it, man. That is definitely it, man.
Also, no other champion has had a start like this after winning their championship.
No, everything else been duds for real. I can't say
Yeah,
that. It's been hard.
only champion that go with this hard after winning. So hey, look, no pause,
It's-
but hey, we got a good matchup, man. I'm ready.
let's
Hey,
get it.
this the
If
chat.
you think if you think I'm worried about Kamara and his 2.4 points he gave me, man, I just need it for somebody else. That's it.
You just, hopefully somebody else make the plays for you. Cause
I just need it for somebody else, man. You know what I'm saying? We play Carolina tomorrow. That defense, I mean, Jaden Daniels can do what Caleb did last week or more. You know, I just need it for
you bet.
somebody.
Wait, or he could just come out and just he might be up on the dud list. Hey, I'm just saying, even though our defense, everybody is hurt, and we got the replacements out there, but it's fine.
I
It's fine.
feel that. I feel that. Cool. You got anything else, Broski?
No, I don't got nothing, man. That, like I said, 2 years in a row, man. I just got quarterback problems, man. If I could solve my Blondie, wake your ass up, man.
You need them.
He actually been playing well. I'm not even.
Yeah.
I'm not really even hating on bro. It just ain't been. It just hasn't been enough, man.
Yeah, the Bengals, it's crazy, man. They look good, but they don't, man. And I mean, you know, everybody want to blame the defense, but then too, sometimes I look at the offense, I'd be like, man. I mean, as far as them throwing it down the field, it's a little vanilla. You know, I feel like they could do a lot more.
Oh, and that one trade from we just real quick, just 2
Yeah,
minutes.
go ahead.
We'll address this. That me and you made a trade about little over a week ago, but that went crazy in the chat. Marvin Harris, I traded Marvin Harrison Jr. to you for Travis Kelce. I don't understand. Like I said in the chat, that's why I kind of spoke on it that way. I said sometimes, as Marquis said in the beginning, we got to stop. You got to stop name watching and also playing the numbers game so much. You got to pay attention to football sometimes. You really do.
Right.
You got to understand that Marvin Harrison Jr. was always my wide receiver 2, not my 1. I have Jamar Chase, and it's like, and that's why we kind of spoke to it. It's like, as far as fantasy managers are concerned, man, make sure that you are a team builder.
That's what it is.
Always says, building a squad. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand who's gonna be able to boost who on a specific week, and you gotta foreshadow. You know what I mean? Injuries happen, and you gotta and also understand who players are. You know what I mean? Fantasy managers out there, understand who the guy is that you drafted. Like I go back to Chuba Hubbard with what Marquis said. He knew that hey, my team is not ready to put Jonathan Brooks in right now. They want Chuba to have this right now, and they gonna put the team behind him. And that's how football works. So if you know that you could be successful in fantasy, you got to stop name watching, number watching so much. Yeah, I know Travis Kelce so far averaging about 5 points fantasy managers on the season. Watch what's about to happen.
He's coming, and even on the flip side of things, man, I flipped Marvin Harrison Jr. into Cooper Kupp. I mean, you know, that's what it is.
Watch football, it's like you're forecasting football. Oh, wait a minute, a dude who won the Triple Crown is about to come back from injury, and I can move him. Somebody else, like that's football. Yeah, it's like we got to stop with the numbers game, fantasy managers. I watch a lot of these fantasy shows, and they just dedicated to 28 point this share rate. Man, watch football, dog. Understand.
That's what it is. They're guessing just as much as we are. Calling each other experts, man, just because they know the numbers down to a T. Nah, man. Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, man. Happy birthday, bro, man. Enjoy yourself tonight.
Appreciate it.
Make sure y'all be safe and all that you do, man. I appreciate you guys, man. And let's do it again. MPR, we out.
Happy G-Day, bro.
Appreciate it, gang.
Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down.